Al Pals? This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents Films with Friends. Tonight, the film is actually 2 episodes of the BBC series Robin of Sherwood from the 80s. The first 2 episodes of season 2. Joining me, of course, is the wonderful, the head geezer on Geeky Geezers, because it's on his channel. That's why I say he's the head geezer. The one and only Agent Boomer. How are you doing, sir?
Now, good.
Is it aged or aged?
You had asked me that.
I have, and I
while
keep
back,
hearing
and
both,
I said
and
I don't know, and part of me wants, and I should have said yes. Is it aged or beige?
Yeah, I
think people say aged, so that's what I'm going.
Yeah, that's what it just sounds like. Aged Boomer just doesn't. Yeah, I like Agent Boomer.
Boomer, yes.
But yeah, it's been a while since we have traipsed into Sherwood, and I'm kind of glad we're getting back.
We'll get through this at some time before 2030, I think. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know.
You've been like taking classes, trying to better yourself. I don't know.
Yes, studying to be a librarian. That's what I'm doing right now. But
that's awesome. I once that crossed my mind a few times. I did a couple of library classes in high school. And cool. I also did a work study for 1 semester in college working in the library, and I enjoyed it. Of course I worked at a bookstore. I just love working around books. It was kind of cool. That's why I've done a lot. I like a book,
I used to work for a book chain that I won't name here because I might talk trash about it. But
I did too. I did too. It was the name. Well, it's a former chain, no longer exists.
I know what one you're talking about then.
Yes. Let's just say America is concerned with its blank between Mexico and Texas.
I see.
It's Borders. They're not in.
I was thinking it was Walden Books. I guess, is Walden Books still around, or are they gone too?
No, they're gone too. They were actually part of Borders.
Oh, I see. So they were part of the same company.
Borders was like the big flagship store, and Walden Books were the tiny mall stores.
Remember being a kid and walking into a Walden Books?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it.
What do I have with my pocket change that I can get here? That's what I would think.
Yeah, I used to love going into the mall, going into Walden Books and Suncoast Video, and of course Annie Ann's Pretzels, which was always a fun place to stop too.
Yes. Annie Ann's Pretzels. Yeah. I'm a weirdo that likes to get them unsalted, though. But I know people would yell.
Really? I like it. I like full salt and dip it in butter, man. Let's go.
I don't mind the salt, but I don't mind the salt. But for some reason, I like the unsalted the best. And they had
the cinnamon. The cinnamon was good too. My girlfriend used to get cinnamon sometimes. Or if we really wanted, or if we were really indulgent, we'd go to Cinnabon, and those things. Oh man, those things are like
before.
Those things are awesome. Let's say I got Curtis Selby showed up in a chat. He's the only one who's actually said anything. So thank you for popping in there, Curtis Selby. Although I do see 2 people's eyeballs out there. I'd like you to say hi if you're here. The last time we were traipsing around Sherwood, having a little issue with King Richard.
King Richard.
And Robin being the King's Fool.
King's Fool. That was the big season finale. I remember that of Robin of Sherwood season 1.
Yes. And this, of course, we're starting season 2 where a couple things have changed. My favorite change is the sword is different than the one he was using in season 1. This is where he starts using the one that has Albion written on it, which becomes much more important in 3 more episodes with the Swords of Wayland part 1 and 2. That'll be a fun.
Thank goodness when we get to that 2-parter, it's we can do both, and it's not going to be uneven. So because that's going to be
now
together.
The weird one though, when we're going to try this is we've got the last one of series 2. Which, of course, leads into a double episode where we meet someone new.
So my theory
so that's
is
do we do the 1 and then the 2, or do we do 3?
No, I might do the 1, and we can maybe spend the rest of the stream reminiscing on this particular Robin Hood.
That might be a good way. And then series 3 has 13 episodes, so we're gonna have to do another single shot.
We'll figure it out. That'll probably be.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But for now, we're okay. I recognize who's in this episode from the thumbnail on BritBox. That's what I'm currently using to stream it from. And okay. So this is a good one. If this is what I think it is, I'll enjoy this episode.
Yeah, this one's The Prophecy.
Is this the first introduction of Prince John?
I believe. Yeah, I believe.
Oh
so.
Boy,
Phil Davis as Prince John comes in.
Good actor. Good actor.
Yeah, he was a good Prince John. So let's get started here because I said,
let me know when you're ready.
Give yourself a break before you go on Troy show tonight.
Yeah, because we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about that's my email address. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I'll let you know when I'm set up. Hold on.
Oh, okay. For those who want to watch, nobody said anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Except you saying hi, yes. Curtis. For those who are watching now, if there are any out there who are going to be watching along, I've got 2 links pinned at the top.
Yes, it is streaming for free.
It's streaming for free. It's on YouTube.
It is.
It's on YouTube, on Crackles, YouTube channel. Those are what the links are to YouTube. That is why I am not running Cosme, especially after last week when we were having so many issues with Cosme and Dreamcatcher. I think it was the weirdness of Dreamcatcher. It was like making Cosme lose its mind.
I didn't say anything to Troy before he did that movie. I remember that movie was not well received when it came out. I don't know that means it's bad. I'm just saying I remember at the time.
I remember that too. I could see why when I was watching
went in to see it for the Matrix short, the CG Matrix short that they later stuck in the movie The Animatrix. But it was meant as a lead into the Matrix Reloaded. And you could see it on the big screen with Dreamcatcher, and I remember that. And then some people just went to see the Matrix short and just walked out of the theater. They didn't.
I liked Dreamcatcher. I thought it was an interesting watch. A little weird, of course. Very Stephen King.
Yes.
I could see maybe a few things. I'm like, okay, but I enjoyed it, and of course, it's always fun to have technical issues. It's a 2 hour 15 minutes movie that took 2 hours and 45 minutes to watch.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been watching too many movies lately. I've been doing I've been reading old Bond novels, so I just finished Dr. No. That was basically in the book Dr. No. As soon as he shows up at the island, or as soon as he shows up in Jamaica, everyone's trying to kill him. Period.
Yeah,
it's not. Yeah. He doesn't get a break, and this was supposed to be a light assignment after From Rush with Love, where he was almost killed, and because I realize I'm just tired of there being no Bond films. So I go back and read the novels. Yeah.
So the novels are have a timeline that the films didn't.
Yes, Dr. No. Yeah, way different.
Dr. No is the first film.
Yeah, no, it's way different from the novels. First novel is Casino Royale, followed by Live and Let Die, followed by Moonraker. And Moonraker, the movie and the book, have nothing to do with each other except
I get to say, I mean, because there's a shuttle.
There's no space shuttle. It's about a rocket. It's a good book. Then we get Diamonds Are Forever is number 4, which is terrible. I'm sorry. I like James Bond novels. I did not like Diamonds Are Forever, and it's my favorite worst Bond movie is Diamonds Are Forever, and it's still the movie's better than a novel. Who knew? But maybe other people like the novel. I don't know. I just didn't care for it. Then we got From Rush with Love, which was excellent. I'd give that one an A, and then we get to Dr. No, which I think is another A. Yeah,
cool.
I think Live and Let Die. I like that one a lot. That's an A. Moonraker's good. Not quite up to top level, but was still good. And Casino Royale was good. I know people think that's like their favorite Bond novel, but
awesome.
It's basically him stuck at a casino table for a big portion of it. Anyway, though, we're going to start the show, right? Yeah, sorry.
I'm ready. Okay, right.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Curtis Selby's getting Chinese. Oh, man, that sounds good. Okay, so we're going to be starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
I did get some barbecue last night.
The HTV.
Yeah, I mean, this would come on PBS and also prior to that, Showtime.
Yeah,
I'm sure I've rambled about this before.
And yeah, I forget where I first saw it. It might have been on Showtime.
And this is Hearn the Hunter, right?
Yep, Hearn without his deer head.
Let's put the subtitles on. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Like, is he a spirit, a god? Is he some old man?
I think he's like a witch. He's like he's kind of like an avatar.
Okay.
For Hearn the Hunter. He's
all right. So that's like
he's Hearn's representative in human form, kind of thing. If he died, I think another would be chosen to be Hearn, kind of thing.
Oh, the devil. He's talking about the devil. The lion? So the lion was Ring Richard. Soft sword. Yep. Is that what they called him back in the day?
They called him soft sword. Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
It had a double meaning even back then.
Oh boy. Yeah, they did all that stuff in Middle Ages. People think, oh no, yes they did.
But he was known as soft sword because he was never a good military guy. He had a soft sword.
Yeah, he was. War. I think Paul Giamatti played him in a movie, didn't he? He played King John, I should say, because he becomes king at some point. I love this intro, Clannad.
Love it. The album called Legend from Clannad, just great music. And there's one coming, I think it's in season 3, when it's the King Arthur episode, The Round Table, where they use another piece of Clannad music that's not on Legend, but it is on another one I've got too.
Okay.
The Hooded Man.
Doom, doom.
Doom, doom. You might be a snitch ahead. The Prophecy, written by Richard Carpenter.
He did a lot of the writing on this, didn't he?
I think he did all of it. Yeah. It was kind of his baby.
Oh wait, yes.
Oh,
this guy never leaves the dungeon.
No,
I think they've forgotten he's down here.
I actually don't think he wants to leave. He's so used to it now.
He probably had a 6-month sentence and nobody bothered letting him out like 50 years ago or something.
Well, down you go.
No one cares about Arthur. That's funny. I'm sorry. No, the rat. I'm trying to think if I know this actor from anywhere.
Let's see. Sam Dutton.
I figured
he played the title role of Simon Templar in a series of internationally produced television films, 1989.
Oh, I didn't know they did the Saint back then. I know I saw the Val Kilmer version. I did not care for it. I remember when that came out. Look at this. Nazir.
I always liked Nazir.
He's cool. He was the first instance of them introducing a Saracen into Robin Hood's group.
Yeah.
That started here, and then you started seeing it pop up everywhere. Like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, you had
Morgan Freeman
playing the Moor, but he was Muslim still. Yeah. And so I think that was the idea. That they're all outcasts. Yeah.
Jamie Foxx gets brought in. And then of course, in Men in Tights, they bring in David Chappelle.
That's right. And then
a chew.
And then on the BBC Robin Hood, there was a lady who was Muslim in the group. Yeah, on the one they did a few years back, which I had issues with. I was really on board with it for a little while, but it got too ridiculous.
I'm sorry, Friar Tuck should not be black and skinny.
I know you're thinking
or at least
that, but you know
skinny.
what? Do you know what I was thinking at the time? At least
he needs to be chubby.
I was thinking at the time, at least he's here, because I thought they were never going to have Friar Tuck show or Brother Tuck. They called him Brother Tuck on the show. I was thinking he was never going to show up because it's like this is you know, we've been done like 2 or 3 seasons and there's no Tuck on the show. Not a courier. Okay. Is this another one of these episodes where the sheriff is not here?
Must be.
He might show up later. The sheriff.
Sheriff's the best part of the show. Sometimes
Sheriff is not great at his job. Let's be honest here.
I mean, although he does, I will say, for being a bad guy, he's somewhat loyal because he has given guys so many chances.
I know. I like this. Does he like music? Not particularly. So what is this? Like the guy that sets everything up for Prince John before he shows up?
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like his party planner.
He takes a bath twice a week.
Yeah, back then you didn't really do that.
It might not be as bad in a colder climate, but yeah, it's still gross. I think there was a rumor going around back then if you took too many baths, it was bad for you.
Yeah, there was, bad or even unholy in some cases. But I think it was more just, it just wasn't a thing they did that much. I mean, they would probably wash themselves and stuff, but they would never just sit in a bath and ruminate.
No. Ben Franklin, I think, did, but that was many centuries later. Anyway. Fix the walls before the king shows up. I'm telling you, this is like you're working at a place and the big wig from headquarters is showing up or something.
Yeah.
Like the regional manager showing
up.
Oh
yeah. We always had to hop to it,
Get this place clean before the big
get as much out of the back, get it on the shelves,
and you would bust your ass and
make sure children's doesn't look like a mess. The children's books were always a mess.
They're always a mess. Because parents don't pay attention.
Parents would leave their kids there just to play.
Oh,
and we literally estimated 50% of the books on the floor one Saturday night.
Yep,
it was insane.
They would leave them all on the table. No, I ain't coming.
See, he doesn't want to go.
Oh, no, Arthur.
He can take Arthur with him.
No, Arthur doesn't want to leave.
Yeah.
Oh, is this like they're being brought out of the prison to do some work? Like a work thing, like you're on the side of the road picking up trash sort of thing. I think that's what that is.
I missed what they were saying about it.
I don't know, but I think that's what it is, because
or they just don't want to make it look bad, like they've got a lot of people that are making trouble.
Well, that would be good, though. I think if he shows up and look at all these people we've been catching poaching, I think he'd like that, right?
Well, yeah, you're doing your job.
See, Gisborne gets yelled at, and then he yells at the people under him. That's how it works.
Oh,
someone's head has to roll,
He's a classic transference kind of guy.
He's a tool. Let's be honest here.
Yeah. He was great at playing the bad guy, though, because, I mean, first time I ever remember really seeing him was as Mordred. in Excalibur.
Right, in Excalibur.
But sadly, left us all way too soon.
Yeah. When did PBS show this? Was this on Monday nights or Tuesday nights? Actually, it may have been different in your area.
I think it was depending on the.
It wasn't a Saturday show. I remember that. It was like during the week they would throw it.
I actually think it was a Saturday or a Sunday show where I was.
I don't know. I don't remember that because I remember Doctor Who was the Saturday show.
Yeah. Well, 11 o'clock Saturday night. That was Doctor Who in my area.
You know what else is on BritBox though? Blake 7. I've never seen it, so I've been steadily watching that over time.
I've seen maybe a little bit, but I've never really sat down to watch like from the beginning.
You could tell this was a higher budgeted show than a lot of the BBC fare because this was, of course, ITV, which was their cable outlet, and they had partnered with Showtime. So this whole idea of having these exclusive shows, and we have them in streaming now, but they used to have them on the premium cable channels, and this was one of them.
Yeah.
So this is why it's all on film. Granted, it's 16 millimeter or Super 16, but
yeah, but I love the look. I like the look of it, though. It's
good enough. Yeah,
it's got that great. Yeah, it's got that slightly grainy.
I'll say this though, I never understood. I think like Darren Aronofsky shot the movie Mother in Super 16. I was like, why? Wouldn't HD camera be cheaper and actually look better than Super 16? Super 16 was what you used when you were on a budget, more of a budget. You couldn't use 35 millimeter. Yeah. But like a lot of horror movies were shot in Super 16, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, things like that. But I love this. One of my favorite dialogue exchanges on this series was, "Who's the man in the fancy crown? That's Prince John, you villain." Remember? Well, there's some ladies with Prince John who I'm sure are just good friends and not mistresses of any sort, right? Whoa, who's that?
It's like your version of Man in the Iron Mask.
Is that King Richard?
I forget.
John Rhys Davies under there?
No, I think he's actually dead at this time. Or
well, they'll say it by the end of the episode. Spoiler, right. Yes, but yeah, he's in Normandy. That's where I know.
Yeah,
maybe that's whoever we're supposed to suspect is under there. I have to say, oh yes, that's wonderful. That's really awful. I know the trumpet sounded better back then. This guy doesn't know what he's. You're gonna slap him. He's not gonna be happy. You notice in season 3 when he shows up again in town, that's a much more robust reception.
Yeah,
they probably got it.
Well, Gisborne doing what he can.
Yeah, well, the sheriff's not here as usual, and Gisborne is not.
He doesn't know the protocol, and
yeah, you were supposed to be outside. Yet you're supposed to be in the beginning of town. Meanwhile, you're in here doing a bunch.
I love how he turns around. He's on his knee.
Oh my goodness!
Boom! It's like, stop it, please.
Oh, Prince John is an unpleasant man.
Well, by all accounts, he kind of was. He was never a very well-liked guy.
Get your butt up here. Where is the sheriff? It's like... I think I know who that's supposed to be.
I think I do, but I'm not. I can't quite remember.
I Eat Alone. What did royalty eat back then? I guess they ate better than everybody else, right?
Oh yeah,
they get like a suckling pig or something.
Yeah, pig, chicken, deer, lamb, anything they really wanted.
Venison. Yeah, venison. That's probably the big one because they belong to the king.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. Show them teeth.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, for some reason, I have Austin Powers as Prince John in my head saying, "Yeah, baby."
Yeah, baby.
No.
Yeah, like to recast Men in Tights. Who would you?
Yeah, they
like,
recasting. Have him as Prince John. Have
Mike
Myers as
Myers is
Prince
pretty.
John. That'd be funny.
Because sadly, we've lost the funny Prince John.
Yes, we have.
Richard Lewis. Yeah.
Richard Lewis. We did a remembrance on him a little while back. Yeah.
Like that silhouette.
Okay, that was your last mistake, dude. Robin will shoot you.
Yeah, and
you were lucky you got a warning, and you still were just okay.
And the thing is, a longbow is a lot more range than a crossbow does.
Yes.
Crossbow is powerful at short distance, but it just peters out.
When did the crossbow come about? I see that as a medieval weapon. Did the Romans have those? I don't think they did, but maybe I'm wrong there. I don't know.
I need to do a dive into that.
Because it actually was a technological advancement, even though it's like in the middle of the Middle Ages. But not me. Dude, he's nuts, man.
Yeah, he's around the bend.
What's he looking at? Like, what kind of jewels look like that? Well, a rare purple sapphire, only 3 in existence. I mean, I don't know.
It's checking the cut, the clarity. Anytime I do that and I look through something, I always think of that line from Josie Whale. It's like, it's not for eating, it's for looking through.
Uh-oh. I like that. I like how he says that, right? And who knows one day what I'll be. Like, he doesn't say I'll be king, because that might be you don't want to say that, because that would mean the king would have to die.
Were you with us when we watched The Lion in Winter?
When I watched what?
What, Lion in Winter? Peter O'Toole?
No, but I have seen that movie a couple times. Yeah.
Another great John.
Yes.
A little younger, a little more.
Yeah, a little pimply kid, right? Yeah, as I remember.
My favorite line of that is like, if I were on fire, no one would piss on me to put it out. And his brother's like, let's strike a flint and see.
Funny. You know what was interesting? I had a teacher in I think English class in school. She showed us this, and the big thing everyone was wondering was what? Oh God, what did they dump on him? Do I want to know? Anyway, what was I going to say? She didn't understand why the middle son wasn't a contender for the throne, because he seemed better than John. You know?
Jeffrey? Yeah. Jeffrey was, I think his biggest issue was he was the second son. He wasn't the baby. And
the second son have to go into holy orders or something. I mean, I didn't know.
Yeah, that happened a lot, or he just was given a dukedom and kind of represented him.
I don't know.
Not from this world, but I was tempted.
Till I leave Nottingham, he says where he is.
Oh, hi, Lady Mist. Welcome. The links are at the top. We're currently watching The Prophecy, and we're at the 2012 mark.
What's he saying here? What you saying there, John? Because Richard had no sons, right?
Right. Well, no legal sons.
Legitimate sons. Abbott, make a decision. He's worried because making the wrong decision here could cost him his head, probably, right? Sometime.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely.
Because if it's Prince John becomes king, then he could be in trouble if he didn't endorse him, right? But then Richard there's no love lost between.
Oh.
Yep.
That's right.
By heaven. Now, we still don't know who that is, but I think I know who that is.
Yeah, I know who it is. Too.
What do you think? Living in Sherwood Forest, hanging out in the trees?
That'd be kind of nice. I mean, if you're a bushcrafter, go out there, have a nice old time. Sherwood Forest they actually have a place. I think they call it like Robin's Tree or something. There's a big old tree that would have been in existence back then.
There's much that Gisborne always calls the half-wit.
Yeah.
Which is just... He's just a kid. That's how I see him. I don't see him as dumb. I mean...
Yeah, he's slow, but he's not...
He doesn't have life experience. I think give him 10 years, he'll be get up to speed.
You see, if you saw Albion there...
I'm in with you. What's he saying?
Yeah, Albion's a new sword. I love that sword.
Was the other one jeweled, if I remember?
It had these weird little notches on the on the crossguard that Michael Praed hated it because it kept digging into his hand.
So they probably changed it for season 2.
Yeah. That's a nice looking sword, though. I do not trust this guy.
Why?
It's hard to trust the new guys, You
think he's a plant? He's the Krychek of this series, basically, right?
Oh, yeah, that's a good analogy, actually.
I remember Krychek.
More out for himself than anything else.
The thing about Krychek was it wasn't even so much that Mulder distrusted him or trusted the beginning. He just didn't respect him. So it didn't matter. Like he was trying too hard. Mulder didn't like that. Here we go. Look at this.
Now, Medieval Feast was fun. I've actually done... when I used to do the recreations, the big thing was... We'd have a battle or a fair by day, but at night we'd all get together and have a feast.
Cool. And you'd eat with your hands, right?
With whatever we had. Yeah, I mean, you had spoons and knives you could use, and even rudimentary forks. But most people, you just bring a knife and fork and spoon anyway, or just regular. But I always enjoyed doing the more authentic. Bring like a whole rotisserie chicken, just rip it apart.
Yeah. I like rotisserie chickens.
Had a
Did he take the Abbott's ring? Did he take the Abbott's ring?
Wouldn't be surprised. He's that kind of guy.
I think he just took it off him. Oh,
see, I told you I didn't trust him.
Oh, he's a plant.
Yeah. He thinks a lot of himself.
Kill Robin Hood. I like to be rich. Who is he? It's a big mystery, isn't it?
Yeah. But let's just say that the way they edit this is very interesting. Every time they've talked about him.
Yeah, I know. Look.
She is such a nice looking woman.
Yes.
I think maybe except for Olivia de Havilland, she's probably my favorite Marion.
Yeah. Olivia de Havilland was nice, though.
So. Oh, yeah. I've always loved Olivia de Havilland.
Look at this. There's the Abbott nursing his. Oh man! He's angry about the ring.
Yeah.
Like he took his ring. Ah!
I always thought Hugo was an underappreciated character.
He's interesting.
He is interesting. He's kind of fun.
You like that?
Nice little cut to the fire.
That's a nice looking.
Oh yeah,
that's nice.
Whatever it is, yeah.
I think it's deer, right? Maybe.
I remember.
Oh, I love this. Aren't you going to bless to meet you?
What's that slip?
Ray Winstone, right?
Yeah, I'm actually, well, not surprised, but it's nice to see how successful he's been.
Remember he was in that Beowulf movie, the animated one with Angelina Jolie?
Yeah. But he did a great series where he played Henry VIII too.
Oh.
He was really great in that. And of course, he was in a Raiders movie. Well, Indiana Jones movie, sort of.
Yes, he was in Crystal Skull.
Crystal Skull, yeah. Losing support of the church back then was not smart. They didn't put England on the interdict for nearly a year to punish King John.
Really?
Yeah, England and the church always had some issues, which is why things went really south when Henry VIII got in there.
Yeah. Where's Tuck, man? Tuck, stop this rafting. What's he saying? That's a nice ear. Ooh. Ooh.
I gotta say, he's brave. He's
her father.
Her father.
Look, she's shaking her head. There's no way. Look at her. Why was Austria had an issue with England too? They were all fighting each other, weren't they?
Oh, hell, everybody was. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he. Because remember in the first season, the king was being held, and that's why it was so surprising when he showed up in King's Full. I missed what Curtis Selby said earlier. It's a girl who can climb a tree. I think I'm in love. Oh yeah, that girl can do more than climb a tree.
Who's the soldier? That must have been one of the ones that escaped, right? Got the abbot. No, at night's a big mistake. That's a very big mistake. If it was that easy, it would have been done by now.
Yeah.
They have the advantage at night. Never mind.
Yeah, he is great at just like losing his mind.
Someone's gonna get killed. So he's got an arrow in him, isn't he? Brother Cadfire will look after him. Actually, that was a different time. That was the Empress Maud and King Stephen.
Yep.
Oh boy. It's good to be the prince.
Oh yeah. Princeship does have its privileges. Like, he is not a knight. And that's what he's trying to say. He's like, I'm not a warrior. I shouldn't be doing this.
Run, run, run. What is that? Look at that. Was that Robin Hood?
Yep. That's a nice little dagger. I like to look on his face. It's like, what? I was trying to help you.
You know what's interesting? They didn't even recognize that wasn't one of their guards because they probably don't even pay attention to the guards.
Oh, yeah. They're just like, thing 1 and thing 2. They all look alike when they're in the uniform. They're pawns on the chessboard.
I used to play with the Lego Castle system, and the guards all looked the same. They all had like similar helmets. You had the ones with the nose thing that came down, and the ones that was just like a dome. And I even got the Thieves' Hideout set at one point. And guess what the Thieves' Hideout set was supposed to be?
Sherwood Forest?
Yeah, Robin Hood. It was supposed to be Robin. They didn't specifically say it was Robin, but you could tell the guys were wearing the caps, like the Errol Flynn style caps. Yeah, that was. I also had the Medieval Tavern. That was a nice set. I had to order that one through the mail. That was an exclusive. That was like how they have the Lego online thing now. That was back in the 80s. They had that. That was an exclusive one from the catalog. You can get it in a store. It was a Medieval Tavern. Feet first. It's the only way.
It's the only way.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, he deserves a shirt. Just have the old guy hold the rat and just says, feet first, it's the only way. See how many people get it.
Use the monk as bait.
Oh, yeah, forgive me. George Baker, who was at one time considered to be a James Bond.
Really?
Yes, early in his career. Because he was also in I, Claudius, he played Tiberius.
Oh, yes. I remember that.
Yep.
He showed up in one of the Bond movies. I think it's the professor that Lazenby was supposed to be imitating, right? Memory serves.
I've seen precious few early Bond.
Oh. Okay.
So Dr. No. See, I've seen more of Roger Moore.
I see. He's having a bad day. Right. I miss playing with Legos. My whole idea was to create a whole medieval town, kind of like this, just have the castle at the center and then have Lego.
Thinking about it, I never was a Lego guy, but growing up, I loved Lincoln Logs.
Oh, Lincoln Logs. I remember those.
Yeah, those were fun.
They should have done a castle version of that,
Yeah.
That's why I liked it when Lego made the castle system. But the thing that would have really thrown me through the roof, and unfortunately I'd stopped playing with Legos at that point, but they did Wild West Legos. If I could do Cowboys, oh, wow. Yes.
No, I've got one Lego thing that I need to really put together one day. I got a Lego Y-Wing.
Neat.
That the Birdman sent me.
Yeah, that might be a fun little
Yeah,
project to do one night.
yeah. That's it's my favorite ship. It's my favorite fighter from Star Wars.
Yeah,
Is the
they had the
Y-wing.
X-wing on sale during the Amazon Prime days, but I didn't pick it up because I have a no Lego thing. Because it's like I'll get one set and then I'll be nuts and then I'll have 100. I'm just no, I can't stop.
It's your crack.
Basically, yeah. So no, I mean, I gave up. I gave it up when we got a Nintendo.
I'm like that. I'm like that with cookbooks.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I get one cookbook, then I have to get two more. Oh, I don't have this country. I need this country's cooking. I was going on eBay and they had cooking of Hungary, and I was like, I don't have a Hungarian cookbook. I really need that.
You make goulash.
If anybody needs a timestamp, we're at 40:57.
Ooh. Well, Scarlett's not doing so well, is he?
And he got tapped.
Now I'm curious about that Metatron guy who's always dissecting the historical accuracy for costumes. I'm thinking, are these accurate? Are they attach the armor correctly? I'm thinking.
Well, it's supposed to be chainmail, not which it's not. It's like it's that that Hollywood chainmail. It's like yarnish, looking metallic stuff. Everything he's been through, still has perfect hair.
No.
He was always a cool guy. I liked her dad.
Yeah. Here we go.
It's because your father was a decent guy.
He's so Weasley. He's like he's not like Richard. Richard actually is a force for like he's a physical presence. Like you get into trouble fighting him, but this guy, no. You just hate everybody, don't you?
Well, he tried to tell you that, but he didn't listen. But you can't tell that to him.
You're a man. Uh-oh.
Guess who's out of the doghouse? And now guess who's in it?
Which is interesting. It is interesting that Gisborne still stayed loyal to Prince John even after getting thrown in jail and having the crap poured on him. He still stayed loyal. And I think John basically says, okay, well, that's something, right?
Yeah. and that's the thing about Gisborne. Like him or not, the man's loyal. He's loyal to the sheriff. He's loyal to his prince.
Have to be to put up with the sheriff. That's right. He get his lands back, can't he? Who got his lands? I guess the church got the lands, right? Because the daughter was going to give them.
I think so.
Up. Then the church would probably have to give them back.
A lot of political stuff going on around back then.
She did that for protection. She's going to become a nun and deliver the lands to the church. So that was a protection thing, you know. Why is Hugo spilling the beans on him?
I think it's basically to cause an upset.
Yeah, he's not.
He'd have run the whole way, like, you know. I love that palette, that color palette they got on there.
Yeah. I like this song too.
Yeah.
Was in the Strange Land. Is that was called?
Yep.
Yeah. Why were they holding him prisoner, not executing him, though?
He's still a lord. If
they got caught killing him, it would be worse. Okay, but they probably wanted him to disappear.
He was a bargaining chip.
Right. Oh, I see. Yes.
Well, just like you know, if you're holding a king, you don't kill the king; you ransom him. that ominous drumming.
Nope. Gotta. What's he? You have to imagine, though, this was a lot of work. You had to learn horseback riding for the show and everything, right?
Oh.
So you didn't trust this guy, right?
No.
Here we go. Love this. That means something, right, my liege?
My liege, my king.
Oh, look at this. Look at the crocodile tears, huh? Look at that. Look at that. Gisborne was the first one to say it, right?
Yep.
So it doesn't matter if Marion's father goes to Richard.
No.
It doesn't matter now because he's the king.
Richard's dead. I like how his fingers are like doing that little, like, yes.
Oh, he's still going off to find Richard, though.
Yeah, they don't know yet.
It's a waste of time. Well, word's gonna get to them like a month later, right? I mean, how has the word about that sort of stuff travel? I guess it would be a town crier would come in. Yep. I like this episode all right. I like Prince John, now King John.
Especially when he's like losing his mind, like
he's worse in the next one.
Oh,
when he shows up again, he's like, oh no, he's like he actually, in my opinion,
Richard George Baker. Yeah,
I don't want to spoil it when we get to it, but he came up with a perfect plan to foil Robin Hood when he comes back.
Hey, continuity, Amy Simpson. That is a position that, if you do it right, is a good thing. You do
like
it
a
wrong,
script supervisor.
It's a continuity.
Yeah, I think over here they would call it script supervisor.
Also, when they're doing it, like making sure the clocks are at the same time.
Yeah.
Have you seen the thing about Biden when he was supposed to be live? His watch was at a different time.
Really?
It was something I saw on X. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's one of those conspiracy theories.
My goodness, they'll be talking about him for years. Directed by Robert Young. Where do I know Robert Young from?
I don't know. Well, that is The Prophecy. Of course, the next one up.
So the prophecy came true.
Yes, the prophecy came true.
They couldn't stop John from becoming king, but at least they saved Marion's father, right?
Right.
Next up will be the children of Israel. Did you need to take a bathroom break or anything?
Oh no, I'm good. Remember, I've got my little buddies next to me because when you're paralyzed or at least I'm not paralyzed. Thankfully, I do have
disabled. I guess
but I am disabled.
Yes,
I can't stand. I can't walk.
I gotcha.
And my feet do that. Have you ever seen Tim Curry's feet? How they're like do that bent thing now?
Yes.
My feet are like that.
I see.
Because of just weird nerve stuff going on.
Nerve stuff. I gotcha.
Okay, the next one's Children of Israel. The link is at the top for those who are wondering.
We got one more episode, Lady Miss, if you want to stick around. This is the Children of Israel.
Yep.
A
little play on the Merchant of Venice, kind of think, if I remember
right.
Kind of,
yeah.
And Sir Walter Scott, Ivanhoe.
Oh right, okay.
A little bit of Ivanhoe. I'd like to see someone do a new version of Ivanhoe. I've seen several. I like them all. Well, that's a good story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Children of Israel. You ready to go?
You want to do a countdown?
Yep. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. We got the little thing. This was always magic when you would hear this, right? It's like,
that music. It's like Robin. It's coming up, man.
I think what. Look at this. So
now,
we have a Jewish family. Yep.
I don't know. I know menorahs, but I know at Hanukkah they have the 8.
Yes.
I mean the 9, I should say.
I think
so. But then the normal ones they have 7. I'm just wondering what's the difference?
Yeah, there must be a reason for it, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I know like the 9 nights of Hanukkah thing, but I don't get the 7.
So yeah, he's reading from the Kabbalah. Wisdom handed down to us. and it's gonna come into play. That save that, okay?
It's a lovely young Jewish maiden.
Yes. So the Sabbath is on Saturday, right? So that sundown on Friday they have to. I think that's what it
Right.
is, right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think so. Yeah.
If I remember my Fiddler on the Roof, but anyway.
I always need to get a little more into my knowledge of Jewish tradition, because I mean I'm Roman Catholic, but I do respect the Jewish tradition because it's where it's where we came from.
It's I'm sure it's very complex, and to be fair, Roman Catholicism is very complex too.
Yeah,
But
when you're raised in it, it's like
yeah.
But like you got the bar mitzvah or the bat mitzvah, depending on
Yeah, for
male,
the
female.
women, yes, for the young.
And then of course the whole Kamala thing.
Now this is making a point. The Robin of Sherwood is, of course, look who's outside.
Yep.
Gisborne. Robin of Sherwood, the Robin and his merry men, they have to protect the poor and the oppressed. Now, I think that this family is doing okay, but they're still oppressed, I would argue, right? Yes.
It's always been the stereotype. The Jewish, they're very good with money.
Yes.
And they've always been very oppressed people because of a certain Jesus guy that many blame.
Well, there was another issue during this time too, because interest on loans was not allowed in Christendom, but Jews were allowed to charge the interest on the loan, I think. And to be fair, I'm not saying I don't know what their interest was like. I doubt it's like what we have now with how the predatory banks are, but I don't think he's ever coming. Okay.
It's a nice field like that.
There's Friar Tuck. Now, is this a continuation? Oh, yes.
It sounds like it because he's been away. He's about to come back. I like that goblet.
No, I understand that you're the sheriff. It's about personal business.
Yeah.
Ooh, the real sheriff. Oh my goodness. Can you not be an ass? Thank you, my lord. She looked at him.
He is distracted.
Is he trying to impress the lady with that? I don't know.
Well, I think that's more he's just doing his job, Poacher, chop off a hand.
Now, I'm curious. Is this a continuation from the last episode where the sheriff was out of town, or is this just another instance of the sheriff being out of town in like a couple months later? That's what I'm curious about.
I don't know. It does fit. I mean, it's nice continuity, though.
I always love these episodes where sheriff is out of town and Gisborne's in charge because Gisborne's not good being in charge. Wagons groaning with money. Oh.
There he is.
I bet people who tuned into the premiere, they're like, "Where's the sheriff?"
I will give them credit. They do keep the heraldry
accurate,
pretty steady. Well, I don't know about accurate, like
okay.
what, like historically accurate. I don't know, but within, like, all his men wear the same thing. They're his men. You can tell they're his men. There's a hothead again.
Scarlett's getting impatient. Yes. Yes, I love this.
He's got great insults.
I don't understand. Are they stuck? Like, is there muddy?
I think they're stuck either in mud or a rivet or a divot or something.
What else is new much? I'm sorry.
It always reminds me of Richie from Highlander a little bit.
Mm.
That kind of red curly hair.
Yep. That's true. Will Scarlett is the Raphael of this group, right?
Nice analogy. The hothead.
Yes.
Although Robin's face will be pretty pissed off if it does.
Because they're not supposed to be doing it just yet, right? They're supposed to do it with him. Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to signal.
It's a lot of soldiers.
Yeah.
Kispern's getting drunk back at the castle. Am I wrong? That's what he was doing.
They're here, they're everywhere. Oh,
there he goes.
Down goes Tuck.
Yeah. Tuck got hurt. Which, to be fair, as many fights as they had, I'm surprised something like that hasn't happened yet. I mean, this is. But what did he do? He went without Robin Hood.
Yep, Robin's ability.
I love how he's just shooting out. And he shoots one of the old cards. Friendly fire. Oh my goodness.
See, Will wants to stay and fight, and
I gotta give John credit. He can lift
yes,
Tuck. Look at that.
I'm gonna say that's leg day, man.
Yep. Oh, here we go. Yeah, look at Tuck there, man.
Yeah, not a bad way to get healed though. You know, the Marion's lap and having her tend to your wounds.
He's right. They decided to go along with it. They could have said no. No.
Great entrance.
Look who's. He's still drinking. I thought you were going to be here, you know, tomorrow, right? Is that...
The cat's back and the mice are scared.
You thought that you kissed for... Oh, no. Here we go. Well, wait a minute. If the date says the 8th, he's not wrong. Look. Here we go with the insults. He's right. Yeah, because what else can they do, right? That was
it was not easy to be.
Ooh. Book of Proverbs. You like that? Yes. Just pay him back. Probably doesn't have the money. What happened to that dowry he stole back? He could have used that to pay him back with.
That's true.
This is true. That's true. He's well spoken, isn't he?
Very even tempered.
Yes.
Unlike the sheriff, who like
giving a reminder,
fly on there.
Money. Here we go. What does he mean by that? We'll find out. Tuck is out cold, man.
Yeah, he got a caulk on the noggin pretty good.
No, there was blood. I thought maybe the sword hit him. I mean, it's just, yeah. Calverton. I like the music. It's very 80s, but it works for the show.
Yeah, they've never done a version of Robin Hood better, I think, than this. Mm-hmm. It all worked. The look,
yeah,
costumes, design.
I don't know when we're gonna get a better version of Robin Hood. Oh, wait, look, the people of London were. He wants to start an anti-Jewish riot, and that'll be cover for this for this man getting killed. He's such an evil man. Yeah. I'm sorry. He just. What, he's going to start a riot so he can get out of paying the money he owes. I mean, this is just. Yep. Listen, yeah. Ooh. Robin Hood's not having a good day.
No, he's not. Oh, he said the thing.
Yes. He'll remember this. The point is, he's helped out this village many times, and when they needed help, they turned their back on him.
Yep.
It's almost like High Noon, right? That's reminding me of. You know, hey, you don't understand, man. Look at this, gutless. See, Will is already in a bad way starting with this episode, and this kind of set him off. Because why are we doing this? Why are we helping these people? I think this is an episode of them having doubts, right?
Yeah, it's a very transitional type of an episode.
This happens. There was an episode of Batman, the animated series, where Batman was having doubts. I remember they did an episode like that. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, think about it. Their ranks haven't really grown that much, have they? Since
No, I mean,
and I understand they want to keep.
Yeah, it's a cast thing.
It's a cast thing, but when you saw the pilot, there was like a whole army. Like they had a
Yeah,
bunch of them.
There's like three or four other guys floating around.
No, I think I seem to recall in the pilot there were a bunch more, and they got killed on the assault on the Woodman's Castle. But I think the idea was it's not just about helping the people. Eventually, will there be a revolution and we'll overthrow the oppressors? I mean,
because there are more in in the legend, like Alan and Dale.
Yes,
they had him in here, but they didn't keep him.
They didn't bring him back. Yes. The Archer. The Archer, that's interesting. Does that mean something?
The Archer in the House of the Scorpion?
Yes. Yep. Yep. My favorite line. Yes.
There's no end. There is no beginning.
It is enough to aim. Because he's like, well, I think he's like, is this? What's the point of this fight? Are we ever going to win? It's like it's not about that. It's about the fight.
Right.
I think that's what he's saying. There is no end, and I think the idea is there's always going to be something bad out there, even if you take out the sheriff and King John, and there'll be something else, right? Oh boy. Ah.
And that's the kind of and this kind of stuff
happened. Yes, it did. I'm not going to try to.
And unfortunately, it's kind of still happening. in a
it
way.
is. It is. No, it is.
Did you see what they did in Philadelphia?
Was this recently?
I believe so. Yeah.
No, I did not.
I think it was. It was. I saw something the bell. I think a thing with the Liberty Bell or a replica.
Wow.
Hamas and all that other crap on it.
What do they do? Oh, they like spray painted it or something?
Yeah.
Wow. So it's interesting. A bunch of innocent people are getting killed for nothing, you know? And the guy the sheriff wants is getting away, which he should, but it's like, this is okay. I guess this is his house, right?
That's a tough door.
It's probably good quality.
It doesn't look that thick, but I guess good wood.
Those goblets are getting pilfered, by the way. What's that?
The letter that they got warning them.
Is there? It means that you're the hero and you have to fulfill your role and stop injustice, even when it seems impossible. All right, you have to still do it.
Regular people are scared, pure and simple.
I didn't respect those people in that town. Sorry.
Yeah,
they
are scared. Yeah, although
I know they're scared, but I don't care. I don't care.
They were the P word. They were the Willows. But he does have a point. I mean, at one time, you've at least got to take a chance. Even.
And what does he have? Heart issues or something? That's what it looks like.
I like that guy.
Yeah.
I'd like to sit. I'd like to have him over for dinner. Yeah, I'd like to have him over for dinner and just talk to him.
Yes. Oh, I love this. I love that he's going to stab them in the back too. So yeah. What about you? Sheriff, throw him a bone once in a while. They got to get out of there quick. I guess he wasn't able to take too much money with him. What money? Will's kind of going down the dark path here.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, he would undo any good faith that they have by starting to rob people just for his own sake. Use the force, Robert.
Ever heard said the children will hide?
Uh-huh. Wonder where that castle is, like, really.
I don't know. You know, Gisborne wrote the note.
Yep. He's got it all planned out.
Yeah, you gotta no, so simple. Well, it's not really that simple. It's complicated. I had no idea. That's what I was. Yeah, she's got a point. Why didn't you warn the other Jews in town?
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, other than that, what do you think of me? That's what I would say.
You know, it would have been an interesting way to start to change his character if you actually did have fond feelings for her, but
Maybe.
he wasn't so Gisborne about it.
Yes, well, we learn more about Gisborne in season 3, some of his history.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
There is a reason he's the way that he is. I'll say that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he is not well, but
No.
just a donkey.
Mm-hmm. Who's in there? Oh, it's kids. Mm-hmm.
But like anybody who is familiar with Ivanhoe,
Yeah.
it does have a lot of elements of that, including the
really?
fact that Robin Hood's in it.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know Robin was an
Have you
Ivanhoe.
ever read
No, I
or
haven't.
seen any Ivanhoe
No.
shows?
I'll have to look into that now.
Yeah, Ivanhoe is a cool story. Sir Walter Scott. It's about a knight who returns home, who's a Saxon.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the Normans weren't too keen on the Saxons, right? That was always a contention.
Yeah, yeah. But there's also a Norman knight who falls for the Jewish girl. There's a Jewish girl in it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go.
There's a version for the, I think, is it the '80s version that has Olivia Hussey plays the Jewess.
She's nice. I remember from Romeo and Juliet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
if anybody needs a timestamp, we're at 39:15.
Yep, 39:15. Gisborne. Come on, Will. Make a decision. Stop being a jerk. You know, I get that you had a screwed up life, but
yeah,
that's why you're part of Robin's crew. You want to make sure other people's don't have a horrible life. Does it mean the horse is lame? Is something wrong with the leg or something? Or?
Seems to be what he's saying. You really set yourself up for a happy marriage when you take your wife like this. I like the look on his face. He's so blissfully happy and in love.
I know, man. Well, he's finding a lady he likes, you know?
I'll kill myself first. Oh, don't be silly. Whoa.
Gisborne's going to be in trouble. He left his post, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's the sheriff. Sheriff is not happy.
But
Sheriff
I think he weasels his way back into good graces, I'm sure.
Sheriff's not happy.
There was a brand of motor oil called Wolf's Head. That's what I used,
really?
just because it was called Wolf's Head.
Because it was Robin Hood. Gotcha.
Yeah, and it was also the cheapest.
I do like that cape. the blue cape.
Oh yeah.
You know, these soldiers aren't easy to come by. They keep getting killed. You know.
See, it would be a great way to get rid of Gisborne, but they're not like that. Shockingly, Will didn't kill him.
Look here.
That was
That's as close to an apology you're going to get. So just leave it.
Just take it. Just take it. You know.
Funny, yes.
Whoa.
Yep. Susceptible. Yeah, to the ladies. Oh no, dude. That means he tortured her.
Yeah. Shorthand.
Yes. Yeah, they have to be careful because children are involved.
And they're quite well outnumbered.
Is that a mule?
Well, it looks like it.
You know. Dude, there it is. The Kabbalah.
Yeah, because
he's warning you.
almost like Raiders, you know,
Yeah,
expect his head to melt.
I love it when the sheriff encounters the supernatural.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't believe in it, but he still encounters it.
He's got those great bug eyes, man.
Yeah.
They just
good acting.
Work so well.
They came for He's got nuts.
Yeah.
Look at that lighting, huh?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I love this last line. What do you see in the book that made him go mad? His own wickedness. That's what he saw, right? It reflected it back at the sheriff, didn't it?
The serpents.
Yes.
Rotten. My hands are rotten.
Yes. Yes.
And it's kind of neat when you go back and think of what. Oh, cool. The two little kids were played by a brother and a sister.
Oh, that's good.
That's kind of cool. Run. The Hooded Man. Well, thank you for joining us, Lady Mist. You're the only one who was, I think, with us throughout the whole thing. Although I think Curtis Selby was here too. Oh, that's great.
You're welcome.
Yes, Boomer and I kind of started this, what, about like 5, 6, 7 years ago?
No, it was before the hurricane hit.
It was before the hurricane.
But we'll have to schedule another one, yes.
Kind of put a hold on us for a while, but luckily there's only like 26 episodes.
Not a lot. So we want to space them out anyway, right?
Yeah.
But look at that.
Theme and incidental music by Clannad.
I really liked this episode. I liked the Robin getting angry and going to Hearn and saying, you have to aim. To what purpose? To what end? There is no end and no beginning. It is enough to aim. And I'm thinking, that's what you tell that. Yeah, that was the hero thing. Yeah.
And I think, although they never really go into it, I think having that man as a guest for a little while, I think that's going to help them. I think he'll impart some nice wisdom on them.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, well, and it's. I would have liked to have seen more of them hanging out, but yeah, I think it'll work. I hope they get back on their feet.
since the sheriff stole the.
Yeah.
I guess all the money they've been. I'm telling you, man, it was just. He should go to the king.
Yeah,
the sheriff. No, the sheriff would claim ignorance. Oh, it's so awful that that he got robbed. This riot, I hung some of the men. That's what he'd say.
Yeah,
it's probably pay him back though. Pay him back the money.
Yeah, it's like we better hang a few of the rioters, just to look good. It's like, do you watch House of Dragons?
I've not seen it yet.
Oh, okay. There was something in there where the king does something that was kind of funny, but I won't say it because it's kind of a spoiler.
I may get to it eventually.
Well, the next time that we prance our way back into Sherwood, it will be for season 2, episodes 3 and 4, Lord of the Trees
and the Enchantment.
I
know the Enchantment. That's the one. Gisborne in that one. In fact, part of me wonders that soldier who gave he says, I know whose handwriting this is. I wonder if he's in the Enchantment. I don't know if it's him, but it would make sense if he was the other one. Because basically, Gisborne kind of has a rival in that episode. Remember that the sheriff is favoring. Which I thought was interesting. But and then of course we get big
after that.
Yes.
After those 2
episodes of Wayland. That's the big one.
The two-parter, big story.
It's almost like a movie. That's almost like a movie. So we'll get to that.
That was fun. Then of course the last episode of the season, The Greatest Enemy, which let's not talk too much about that one just yet. But
no. Who is the greatest enemy? Yes.
Yep. And then of course there's one more season after that of 13 episodes. So a lot more to come. But let's run. What do you got coming up, Boomer?
Well, what do you have coming up? Why don't you let me know that first?
Okay, well, what I have coming up is tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Films with Friends with Troy and Nanette. We're going to be watching One Crazy Summer, starring John Cusack, which is a fun movie with Demi Moore and Bobcat Goldthwait. That's a lot of fun. From the same guys who did Better Off Dead that we watched a couple weeks ago. And after that, next Friday, Deleted Scenes will be joining me for a classic monster film from the 80s, in fact, from 1980 itself. It is Humanoids from the Deep.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting one to watch during the summer. It feels like a summer movie, actually.
Yeah, it's a good summer movie, and it's a lot of fun. And
basically a remake of The Creature of the Black Lagoon in a way, right? Gilman. It's Gilman.
Yeah, a lot of them, and a lot more. It's definitely an adult.
That ending, I remember.
Oh yeah, the ending.
Say anything. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. That's gonna be a fun rewatch. Me and Deleted Scenes. That's going to be at 8:00 next Friday.
And I have coming up tonight. I'll be on with Troy Pacelli's channel for Last Call. For we're going to be Deleted Scenes will be joining us tonight. We're going to be doing a discussion of the first 3 episodes of Outer Range season 2.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch that yet.
It's like Yellowstone, but with science fiction stuff.
Have they all dropped yet?
Yeah, they're all there. I watched the first 3. I got the first 3 pretty quickly, and then I had to wait a couple weeks. So we'll see how fresh it is in my head.
Okay, but they've done the whole season.
They've done the whole season, and we're gonna do 4 more at a later date.
Okay,
and then on Sunday you can join me for Geeky Geezers at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. That'll be. And we'll be discussing certain things this weekend. Like I might even talk about that opening Olympics ceremony because I was rather horrified.
Holy God!
Man. I don't normally cover the Olympics, but it's like, what are they doing?
That is just an insult to life, man. It's like, what the hell?
This isn't Halloween Horror Nights. This is an opening ceremony for we'll talk about that on Sunday. We'll be talking about other things too, like the one Comic-Con announcement that I saw. Maybe we'll do more on that next week. But we're talking about more shakeups over at Warner Brothers because apparently it looks like they're not going to get that NBA deal. They don't get the NBA deal. They're in huge trouble.
Oh, yeah. They yeah, that's like, I do want to say, if you like sarcasm and kind of making fun at, like, some of the big things, Deadpool and Wolverine, they got away with saying a lot of stuff about Fox and Disney.
Oh wow.
A lot of
this movie would have been so much better under Fox or something along those lines.
Oh no, actually, well, it's kind of like
it has twice the budget now that it's for Disney.
Busted on Fox, and
they could probably bust on the budgeting because Fox was terrible with budgeting.
The fourth wall breaking by Deadpool was really great. It's a wacky film. The storyline, I think, is the weakest part of the film.
I've heard
the rest of it's awesome. I gave it 3.5.
Is it as good as Deadpool 2? Because Deadpool 2 was my favorite so far.
It's been so long since I watched Deadpool 2.
It's definitely had what was it? The X-Force in it. Remember that?
Yeah.
And he's getting all like, it says X-Men. Always found that a little sexist for the X.
Yeah, and there's some of that in this. A lot of little inside jokey stuff, and talking about Feige, that whole MCU kind of deal. It's definitely a lot of fourth wall breaking.
How are Wolverine and Deadpool together in the same movie? Is it ridiculous? Are they? Because I would imagine Wolverine can't stand Deadpool, right?
Oh, can't stand him. I mean, they fight each other more than anybody else.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, it's a good thing they both regenerate because there's a lot of blood.
That's true. They have similar powers, don't they?
Yeah. It is funny. And then, of course, when Wolverine finally puts on the helmet thing and goes at it, that's kind of awesome too.
He's in the traditional comic costume. Yeah,
it's
the trailer.
It's a fun film. I do suggest it. I know a lot of people have been off the MCU and stuff.
You liked Twisters as well, right? I might go see that. I might go see that.
It's not Twister. It's not as good as the original.
Okay,
but I liked it. It's a good summer film, and I just enjoy it because I like the lead actor in it.
He's good. He's
got a certain charm about him.
I'm thinking, I gotta say, I was telling Troy this. I'm thinking Hal Jordan, Glenn Powell's Hal Jordan. If they were to cast a Hal Jordan, what do you think?
That could work. You know who I also saw him as a little bit?
They're not going to do it because that would make sense. But I'm sorry, go ahead though.
I think he'd make a good Buck Rogers.
They are supposed to be making a Buck Rogers movie, but I never heard anything more about it.
They were going to be doing a series or a film. I'm not sure, like an independent kind of thing. It never got off the ground. They actually had Gil Gerard and Aaron Gray film a scene. With the new Buck. They were playing the parents.
Interesting.
Buck Rogers, and they were going to set it in like 20s, 30s era.
Interesting.
And they did a test teaser of the spaceship, which is very much in that like 30s design.
Yeah,
it was cool. I wish it had come about, but it just kind of died. It just never really got past the concept stage.
That happens. There's a lot of things that happen. Like there was a pilot for a Dark Shadows series for the CW that never got past pilot, which might be considering how some of the CW shows go now.
Yeah, but I'd love to see. I think Buck Rogers is an IP that its time is due for.
I think its time is due. Yeah.
Yeah. Flash. They had a chance to do a Flash Gordon, but I think Sci-Fi dropped the ball on it. But to see another big budget Flash would be fun too, I think.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But I'd like to thank those who joined us tonight and those who will listen later. I hope you have a good time with the show. Love this show. It is an all-time favorite. And I'm glad found a kindred spirit of Sherwood Forest.
Love this. Yes.
Yeah, it's just a great show. Definitely tune in for him tonight on Last Call with Troy Pacelli at 10 p.m. He's got a little bit of time to relax and before that. That's why I started at 7, 8. So you had a little time. And of course, Sunday night on Geeky Geezers at 9 p.m. Eastern, where he and Troy will talk about the week in geek and some of the stuff that's going to go on. And I'm sure you'll have a great good old days. I always enjoy the good old days.
I think the best part of the show. I need to really start clipping them more. In fact, I actually haven't tried to get to the trouble of doing chapter stops in the thing. I have to set those up today. Yeah. I was going to do it Monday, but I was out with Troy for his movie night, so I didn't get a chance to do it then. But what was I going to say, though? I don't know what we're going to do for good old days this weekend. I'll try to think of something. We did Charmed last week. Remember Charmed?
Yeah. Oh yeah, well that was a good because the loss of Sharon Doherty.
That's why
I was surfing the high seas today, and I came across the film version that they put together from the series of Kimba the White Lion. I don't know if you remember Kimba the White Lion,
the anime, right?
Yeah, the anime, the lion.
Osamu Tezuka, the godfather of anime. Yes.
Yeah, I remember growing up. There was Kimba the White Lion, Marine Boy, and then outside of that, I had the Newzoo Review. If anybody remembers that, and of course, I remember the Banana Splits too on Sundays. But yeah, just those memories of like when I was like first, second grade. Newzoo Review was my jam. I love the Newzoo Review. That was just cool.
I don't know if I saw that or not. I do know that they had Kimba the White Lion was done by the same man that created Astro Boy.
Yeah, definitely. You could definitely see the style in there. Yeah, not so much a bit on Astro Boy. It never really was around on my channels.
I was watching the revival series they did back in the 2000s, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, Astro Boy was created, I hope, to kind of bridge between humans and robots, so they would get along, because it's a future where robots are. And I think the one guy that created Astro Boy says, no, robots must take over the world. It's like,
but also a big thing when I was a kid was in our area we had Captain 20. In Baltimore they had Captain Chesapeake, which were like your morning or afternoon hosts. Captain 20 was the same guy who does Count Gordevall. I don't know if you know who Gordevall is.
No,
he's like a Dracula movie host.
Oh, I see.
That they had, but the same guy would do Captain 20, and he would introduce Speed Racer, Johnny Sacco as Fire Robot, Ultraman, that afternoon thing. I wish I still had my Captain 20 membership card because I had one of those, and I was like, oh man. I do have my Star Wars fan club card that I originally had from a long time ago.
There was a Star Wars fan club.
Yeah, I'm like all the Bantha tracks. I still got a few of those. I don't have all of them, but I got a few of them still. And a fan club T-shirt that is old. I need to put it like like one of those picture box things. Do like a shadow box presentation.
Like frame it.
Yeah, frame it with my card and stuff like that. Either that or turn it into a pillow. I don't think anybody can really wear it. It would probably fall apart. But I do want to thank everybody for joining us. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend ahead. Take it safe. Take it easy. Thank you, Boomer, for finally getting with me. Finally having a little time in your schedule. Always good. Hello? You still here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. No, my internet got fuzzy for a second there. Okay.
Oh, okay. I was just saying thank you. Thanks for finally being able to get with me, having a little time for me.
Sure. We'll do this again too.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know when you got an open Friday. Definitely, I'll put it.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
And
you have a movie night coming up next week, which will be Humanoids from the Deep. So that should be interesting.
Humanoids from the Deep. I'm streaming every other Friday. I'm going to try to do something on the weeks I don't do the Saturday. Today is actually an off schedule.
So it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Today is for Boomer.
Well, I appreciate that. Well, I'll let you know if I get another Friday coming up. But what I want to say, I know that it's an every other week thing. I did want to mention though, of Humanoids from the Deep, I believe that was Roger Corman, right? Wasn't that a Corman production? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he was
like a producer. I think,
I don't know if he was a true producer or if he was just involved unofficially. Right. But it's got his DNA in it, though.
Gotcha.
He's definitely a part. He's definitely a part of it.
It's a creepy one. It's a creepy little movie.
Yeah, it's good creature designs. I always liked it. So take care, everybody. God bless you. And till we traipse around Sherwood again, remember, nothing is forgotten.
Nothing is forgotten.
Nothing is ever forgotten.
Mm-hmm.